Um,
It's what?
Keep your desires alive. Let them flow in you. This is something you have always stood for. I've also read or heard that desire is the root cause for unhappiness. So, could you help me understand this better?
Not desire, unfulfilled desire. Desire and fulfillment of desire, ask them, is a source of much joy and pleasure in their life. Unfulfilled desire is misery. Or in other words, desire does cause misery, because no matter how many desires you have fulfilled, the very nature of the desire is such, one desire will always be unfulfilled. Because of that one unfulfilled desire, people are miserable. 1,000,000 desires have been fulfilled, but today there is one desire unfulfilled, they are still unhappy. They are not looking at those 1,000,000 desires, this one thing not fulfilled, they're unhappy. I did not say you must keep your desire alive. Do what you want, you can't kill it. If you have this thing that I want to kill all my desire, that is also a desire and it will remain always unfulfilled.
You give the monkey example in the book you talk about the monkey example, you know. Imagine, can you get monkey out of your mind and the man can only think about monkeys.
That's another dimension of the mind, but I'm saying that desire, people wanting to give up desire, that itself is a desire. And it'll always remain an unfulfilled desire. So I'm correcting this, saying, it is not that I ever said you must keep your desires alive. You can't kill it. Kill it and see, let me see. You do what you want, you can't kill it. People think, oh, I have given up all my desire, I want only God. What you're saying is, I don't want pieces of creation, I want the source of creation. This is super greedy, all right? How do you think that you've given up desire? Now you want the very source of creation because small pieces of creation didn't settle you.
So where does this fine line between desire and greed fall?
What I have is desire, what you have is greed. It's always a label that we put on somebody else. What I have is a very reasonable desire, what you have is greed. That's how that word has come.
And thinking about inner engineering, Guruji, would it be right to say that the mind is the most vulnerable machine in the body?
Why is it vulnerable? It is the most fantastic thing. See, this
This desire and
this
greed,
is what…
everything happens
This is
in
the
mind.
fundamental thing that in many ways we are bringing about a change in people's way of looking at it. It took millions of years of evolution to develop this much cerebral capability. But today, what is the source of people's misery? Every individual's, everybody, I don't know to what extent you are exposed to human misery. Every day I'm meeting thousands of people. How many varieties of ways of suffering they've invented means unbelievable. Anything you give them, they're capable of suffering. So, this human intelligence or the cerebral capability happened over millions of years of tremendous work. I want you to imagine from an amoeba to someone like you or me right now, how much work has happened to bring this to this level of capability and sensitivity. But now that is a problem, because most people are in this state. For every solution, they have a problem. Okay? Yes. For every solution, they have a problem. Now, this flowering of human intelligence is the biggest solution for everything, but that is the only problem most people have right now. What is it that they are suffering? What happened 10 days ago, they can still suffer. Yes? What happened 10 years ago, still suffer. What may happen day after tomorrow, you already suffer. You are not suffering life, you are suffering the two most significant faculties of being human, a vivid sense of memory and a fantastic sense of imagination. This is what you're suffering. You're not suffering life. What is the most fantastic gift? What sets us apart from every other creature on this planet? That is what you're suffering. Or in other words, you're suffering evolution. You want to go back. So people's idea of being peaceful is, I think Kerala is a dry state. Partly. So those who can afford will get knocked out with whatever they drink here. What is it that you're trying to do? You're trying to dull the intelligence because the damn thing bothers you. It bothers you not because it's a problem, it bothers you because you've been given an instrument for which you have not bothered to read the user's manual. Simply do something and you think mind is the source of suffering, desire is the source of suffering. No. These are the most fantastic things that have happened to you. If you had come here like any other creature, stomach full, life settled. Once you come as a human being, stomach empty, only one problem. Stomach full, 100 problems. These are not problems, these are possibilities that you are treating them as problems. Every possibility is a problem for those who don't realize the possibility. But human nature is such, you place him wherever you want. He will not be fulfilled, he wants something more. But if you look at this, what he wants is not more, he wants all. All is an inclusive state. But when you're in the path of more, you will be in conquest. You will be in this word called greed, or simply continue shopping, whatever. But if it became all, if your desire became for all, because you understand, in installments you're trying to go towards infinity. You cannot count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and say infinite one day, it's never going to happen. You'll only become endless counting. If you sit down and look at… everybody must do this. You must sit down and look at the nature of your desire. You will see it is not for this object or that object. Whatever is given, you want the next one. Okay, right now, anyway you have the imagination, every damn thing that can be given to you is given. Let's say I made you the king or queen of this planet, will you be fulfilled, I'm asking? You will look at the rest of the solar system. If I give you the solar system, will you be fulfilled? You look at the galaxy. If I give you one galaxy, will you be fulfilled? You look at the other galaxies. This is the nature of human. It doesn't matter how many idiotic philosophies and pacifist philosophies have been taught. Nobody has been able to quell the human longing. Not for one person has it worked. It works only when you're very sick or too old for anything. Otherwise it doesn't work. When you're very ill, you'll say podum, podum, podum. But tomorrow morning little doing well, again on